You know, it's you know, I know someone who got a plushie last week, and it looks like they're getting a plushie this week. So I'm already jealous.
Damn.
It's really it's not me. I have 0 points this week. It's
Brutal.
really bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the VG as well. I don't particularly like the Doom pick or the Lina pick too much, but I'm just not confident in the ability of Elephant.
Vici has Doom.
Yeah, but
he
Elephant.
doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
Elephant
That's what I'm
is
saying.
Elephant.
I'm not confident in the ability of Elephant to end this game early, and
Okay.
I think late game they will beat Elephant's draft.
So,
All right.
assuming that Doom gets the Midas, as they all go Midas,
But I hope that doesn't happen.
but he's going to anyway, so
Okay.
don't even think about otherwise. What does he get after that this game? Is this like a Solar Crest enabling game for Spectre? Do you get Hood to make sure that you don't die? What's the plan for this Doom?
I think the plan is just you want to get a Doom on that Lifestealer as soon as you can, and then you just haunt on top of him and try to kill him during the Doom duration, which is pretty possible. And we have seen some Dooms, you know, on paper, rough lanes. Someone to get out of it ahead. But we'll see. I just don't trust Elephant just yet.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
same.
Yeah.
We have a pause right now, if anyone's wondering. We're not holding you hostage, so we can...
Talk and
Are we
harp
not?
about our feelings and thoughts about this game. I love how Black is like, yeah, I don't like the
I don't like
Doom,
any of these picks, but
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
like
with
the
them.
Lina, I don't really like this position 4 Clockwork or the position 5 ET, but yeah, Vici Gaming.
That's just the skill differential.
It's the balance, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Also, of course, former VG player. Gotta stand
Support.
with the boys.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. You should have worn your jacket today, Black. Did you not bring it with you?
No, of course not. It's way too hot here.
Yeah. Well, you were here since season 1, though.
Yes.
What was
pretty
your
cool,
winter
though.
wear there?
What did I have? I had a
I feel like
winter
you were
jacket.
still wearing this in the winter.
You're
yeah,
not
but
wrong.
because it's warm in here.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. He's had the same wardrobe since 2015.
I added 2 additional shirts.
Oh, okay. Did you
Because-
add it or did your wife add it?
I added because, well, I was supposed to wear them for the Singapore Major. That didn't end up happening. So I was like, all right, might as well bring it here.
Yeah.
Why
that's what
not?
I'm doing
Brought
with
the
this
good
jacket right
stuff.
now.
Wait, have you
Exactly.
shown it off yet? Did you make a...
No.
Did you... Well, you haven't worn them yet?
It's because it's too warm. Like,
It's just-
I'm already sweating buckets here. I don't want to ruin my jacket with drenches of sweat. Like this guy.
Okay.
Wait, let me just smell it real quick. Oof. Dude, that's got to go to the washer.
We do have a dry cleaner
Sorry,
downstairs,
B
speak up.
Cup.
He's mortified. What have you done to him,
I was
Black?
actually just kidding. Like, it smelled quite good. I was just joking. I hope you don't take this
What's
personally.
the lapel pin you have on today?
Juggernaut?
Oh, it's Jug. okay.
Unpicked.
It's hard to look like
I
straight
mean, this
down.
series
I just-
unpicked. Last series picked all over the place.
Yeah.
It wins when I wear it.
That is true. Wait, so then
They
what
lost
was...
today, though.
Was that not your dpc.pwesports.cn/fun prediction, B-Cup? What was it today?
The prediction was what hero will D-Stones pick, int, strength, or agility. I took int because 85% of the time he picks an int hero. Of course, he goes with DK.
Or in game 1
And-
or what?
Yeah, in game 1.
Okay, of
and
course.
then I think for this one, it's when will first blood happen? 0 to 2 minutes, 2 to
Oh,
5.
God. Well, if we need to figure out when first blood's happen, then you got to cast it. Go
That
into
is true.
game number 1.
Hopefully, I get this one right. I said 2 to 5 minutes.
Oh my god, 5 men smoke, they're fighting. Oh, yeah. I'm just kidding.
Don't, please, if they could just, I don't even. I'm not gonna get a plushie at this point, but if I could just get this one right, I don't even know if it's game 1 where this is supposed to happen.
Ah, man, getting things right is not easy.
No, it's not.
Last time I got anything right was probably when I was like 23, 4 years ago.
Let's see what I could take a look at if it's game 1 or game 2 because I know.
How many stunts will Ori miss?
No, that was not one of the questions.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I did get a question right. Nyx Assassin didn't get picked in this game.
Oh, that was for this game.
Yeah, in game 1 of Vici versus Elephant, will Nyx Assassin be picked? I said no. And then in game 2, it's when will first blood happen.
Okay.
Okay.
30 seconds to battle.
That's going to happen between minute 5, 3 and 5.
So I got one right.
Yeah. And if you chose between minute 3 and 5, then you got 2 right.
I chose 2 and 5, so I'm hoping that
2 and 5, yeah. That's a
I
good,
eventually get it right there.
that's a good choice. This game, though, as I said, I like the Elephant draft quite a bit better. But VG just
The battle
over the
begins.
course of the 2 seasons has impressed me a little more.
Yeah.
they've shown the capability of really knowing how to play, and they're actually putting the Doom against the Darkseer. That's why they picked it into the Lifestealer, because they want to go aggro tri lane. Do I like that? We'll see. Doom will be rich, because if the Earth Spirit goes to that tri lane, Doom against Darkseer is very easy for Doom. He will free farm completely, but so will Darkseer. So then we just have to see who ends up winning that tri lane. Spectre tri lane. It's risky. Because you want levels on the hero.
Yeah. That feels like there could be a lot of risk with not a lot of reward.
Yeah. Especially if this Darkseer, or rather the Earth Spirit TP's bottom with like an Iron Shell, that could cause a lot of problems. You roll into a guy, you have this Iron Shell damage, follow-up stun from the Lion. A lot of potential.
I think the big thing is we've seen FY do a lot with this Earth Spirit. I feel as though when you think of FY, you don't think his Earth Spirit, but at the same time, it's been
Decent.
Yeah, very decent.
Yeah. The problem, well, not the problem is, but FY is still super greedy. You know, they know it's a solo Doom. He's still dragging away the whole creep wave. He's like, yo, I need that level 2 eventually, bro.
Not getting this creep wave.
And this Dire aggro Trident is not really great at killing heroes.
If Doom's going solo, he's getting solo experience, he's getting solo, you know, a solo lane overall.
Yeah.
Does he go Midas? I feel like he might even want to hold off.
He could. I mean, I never think Midas is a good idea, but happens anyway. I
We've
can
seen
understand
a few
why.
games where it hasn't. Well, only like 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, like I mean, I can see why you built Midas. It's actually quite beneficial for Doom overall. It just can't really justify it, like over like a drums or fast BKB or something like that, because it's really not necessary end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So FY is now level 2, and he's still sitting top actually. So I just want to pressure this Doom. I don't think that's the correct choice. I feel like he could really pressure the Spectre out of the lane. Make sure he gets absolutely nothing.
The thing is, he'd probably want to come with an Iron Shell, right? And they're going to TP over PYW to try and save old 11. They do so.
Now it's a dual lane, and Lifesteal is very happy with this. He's already farming way more than the Spectre, and this early game lane swap did not work out at all.
Right.
I can see why they did it, to give the Doom a better time, but the Spectre is going to be suffering quite a bit.
I guess the question, that opens up the question, does PYW go back bottom? Does he die, go back bottom?
With that low level, I would imagine the answer is no, because you're playing against a Lifestealer anyway.
It's not worth it at that point.
I actually thought they would just lane normally and play around the Doom Haunt cooldowns, but the way they're laning now, we'll have to see if it works out for them or not. So far, it didn't.
Roll in. It's on a PYW. Boulder Smash right on top. He's got the Battery Assault. And Old 11 moving forward, trying to get the kill here onto Yang. And now maybe even focusing the attention on the FY.
Yeah, Yang might have eventually, or potentially rather, be in trouble if he skilled Scorch F2. Nice dodge from the roll. But we see a lot of Dooms just going for a very greedy skill build. Like maxing Devour ASAP. Making sure you get all the money.
What were we seeing before with the Doom? It was like 2 in Devour, 4 in Scorched Earth.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different things we've seen, like 1-4-1, sometimes even 4-2-0-1.
Do you want to be giving up the extra bonus gold by not maxing out Devour, though?
That is always the question, because it scales very nicely, 60 gold per level.
Especially if your lane's not going well for the Spectre. Like, you need to be trying to get something too, right?
Yeah. But at the very minimum, Lina is doing very well here in this matchup as expected. Like, Lash does not do very well against Lina in the lane, at least. A little bit disappointed that there weren't any rotations from FY, to be honest, into the mid lane or the bot lane. I feel like he could have done a lot of kills on the side lane, or the mid lane potentially. Because Lina dies very fast to an Earth Spirit rotation.
For Spike, some damage on a Puyo.
I mean, you can just see Lifesteal is always full health. You just can't pressure him down with a Spectre ET lane. And Spectre is really suffering. Only 15 CS. Eurus has 16 denies. There's not much I can do. Every time he walks up, he just takes hits.
Which is really making him overall very uncomfortable.
100%. We have to see how they kind of try to remedy that situation soon. Because of course, the longer this goes on. I mean, maybe we're just talking about it too much and this Doom and Lina actually is going to carry him. We have seen a lot of Spectres just come back into the game through haunt kills in the mid game.
Yeah, and I wonder about the Lina too, because we haven't really seen too much of this hero. And with certain builds, you can transition into just a really hard right-clicking hero.
For sure. Also with the Fiery Soul buff.
Roll in,
Lina.
but this could really destroy the lane. Does have a level 6, so might even just get a kill here on a Red Panda. But they've got the Hex out of mana, and now in some trouble, trying to run right-click in. Ori does get first blood. FY might even join. LSA, double kill for Ori. That's big for this Lina.
Yeah, this Elder Titan had, I don't know, like 100 bonus damage or something. He was just clubbing people with his briefcase. Did way too much damage, and it was a little bit of an over-rotation for one bounty room. Not worth it at all. Doom is still free farming.
Yeah, Yang moved off the lane, didn't he?
He went to jungle.
I'm a bit surprised that he left the lane and made Doom's life way easier, because you had 2 lanes that were really succeeding. I would almost go as far as to say 3 lanes that were succeeding, but now that you've given the double kill over to the Lina, that lane recovers. A lane open for Doom makes it feel even better, and he actually TPs bottom because they want to use this first Doom.
Onto the lifestealer. Oh, this could be very good. They're baiting him in.
Yeah, they'll get the Doom. That's massive. Earth Spike, though, onto the Elder Titan. They'll at least get the kill on a DY. Can they finish off the Lifestealer? It's looking like a secured yes, and it will be there for Old 11. Now they look over at FY. Battery Assault on him. They've got the cogs. Red Panda with a 2-man stun. Wisely onto the cores instead of the Clockwork, but it's not enough. So another kill there for Vici. And this is something that we kind of alluded to in the preamble to this game. I think that Vici's playing better than Elephant.
Yeah. And of course, the matchup itself in the lane is terrible for Doom. But as I said before, if you get this Doom on the Lifestealer before the Rage, he's just going to be dead. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it. How long is Doom? 16 seconds? And you will just die during the duration. Unless there's a Darkseid who can search you out of trouble. Something like that.
And with that kill, or with those kills, actually, that moves Spectre into the top lane, and I believe they want to fight.
She's still dirt poor. Like, if she dies here now, it's gonna hurt.
2,200 gold, and they're looking.
Nothing.
I love that FY was just the courier for them refilling both bottles. They've got the wall, they have the Boulder Smash, Geomagnetic Grip with the silence, nowhere to go. It's very dead. Poyoyo, he's gonna need a lot of space because this is bad. Like, not just bad, this is atrocious.
But you could see the damage return already. Like, once the Blade Mail is up, this Lashrock is gonna feel very uncomfortable.
Laguna Blade and gets the kill with the Astral Spirit. All right.
All right, spirit him up.
And now go for the tower, which ultimately, if they get this tower, could open up the game a little bit more for the Spectre, which they desperately needed.
Yeah, he didn't even skill Haunt.
Wow.
Yeah, which is usually how they come back into the game. But he just went 3-3.
By snagging some kills, because his tower's gone.
Yeah.
They're going to roll for this. They want to get in onto DY. Geomagnetic Grip. Boulder Smash lands onto Earthspin just at the edge. And that should lead to a kill, because they have the follow-up lockdown, they have the Hex, they have the control necessary to kill off DY. These are good movements from Elephant.
That was a very good impale. And Infest just to defend the tower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's going into the Midas on Doom.
Is that your sound of disgust?
It's my sound of surprised disgust. I don't know why. I mean, this game he didn't max Devour, so maybe he's like, I'm missing 120 GPM from this, so I'm gotta make sure I get it.
Got an Ultra Recover.
Yeah. I don't like it simply because the Spectre is so poor. If Spectre was richer, I wouldn't mind, to be honest, but your job now is to bring the Spectre back into the game. Maybe it can still work with the Midas, but it's definitely not the most helpful item you could get to get the job done.
Yeah, because they're invading the Spectre's jungle.
Yeah, Spectre is left out dry. Pretty hard.
Radiant's middle tower is
this
under attack.
is-
Middle tower has fallen.
Man, really, really difficult for the Spectre.
I want to see a
1,000
level on
behind
Haunt now.
Somnus.
Yeah. One level on Haunt now, please, and then make a team move.
Because then you can work with this lineup and snag some cleanup kills. Because Laguna Blade, Haunt, kill, boom, jump over to here, do this, do that.
Yeah. After 20 seconds of consideration, he finally got a level onto Haunt, so we should be seeing a move here momentarily. The two supports are already smoked up. No, not two supports. The Lina and the Clockwork, who just reached level 6. So the Darkseer might be in trouble.
Kill on the Yang would be...
Or
Big.
Somnus, they saw Somnus too.
Ooh, and they've got the ward down. So they
And
just
the
need to
hook?
land the hook shot. They'll get it. They've got Cogs, LSA, with the Dragon Save, Laguna Blade. They'll get the kill into the Courier. Okay, so that's a little bit of gold there. Ooh, Yang.
Dire's
No, he
top
TP'd in the
tower
right
is under
spot.
I'm
attack.
surprised Euros did not try to sidestep that hook. They had a ward on the high ground, but he just walked completely straight. They say Euros, I mean Somnus. There's a lot of S's.
You can call him maybe.
Maybe, maybe, maybe. Oh.
So here's my number. Now call me maybe. Instead of Samus. 30 damage there for the Lina. All 11. Going into the Blink Dagger after the Midas. Ooh, they've got Magnetize, the Geomagnetic Grip, the Yule's into the air on the FY, who will continue to place
Radiant's
that
top
Magnetize
tower
on
is
him.
under attack.
Reapplying it with the Remnant. Looking
Nice
for the
stun.
stun. And now the Haunt. They roll. And oh, all of a sudden, Lina seems all right.
Oh, the
Might even
Earth
turn this
Splitter.
around. Dragon Slave, Earth Splitter, DY out putting some right clicks, but Poyoyo, he doesn't want to come back in. They get a kill on the
Spectre.
DY, and Spectre is potentially dead instead. There is a return there for Ori, maybe even more with the hook shot from PYW. And there it is, double kill for Ori, but you've lost the Spectre again.
Now that's a roller coaster of emotions. Looks terrible, looks great, looks terrible, looks great.
Oh!
Oh, this is good, guys. I think we should go back. Now let's go back in.
Okay, so here's where it's bad.
Yeah, looks very bad. Haunt comes in.
Stun, good.
Yep.
Haunt, we think we're good. Sleep, even better.
Nice,
Earth
let's
Splitter,
turn
feeling
around.
great. Let's turn.
Oh, we're in trouble here.
And now, uh-oh, Yang's here. Leave, leave, leave. Everybody go. And you're going to lose DY, Poyoyo, he's gone. All right, good again. LSA, Dragon Slave, we're doing it. Hook shot, okay, good again. It ends up being like an even ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
Yeah, potentially, what it comes down to is the Earth Spirit didn't keep the Magnetize up. It was actually quite a big mistake from FY, because the Lina could have potentially died with 1 or 2 more Magnetize charges. But
Radiant's
he didn't
bottom
apply
tower
the
is under
Storm
attack.
Remnant in time. Ended up living. And this Lina is having a really good game.
Radiant's
5-0-1.
structures are fortified.
Second in the
Radiant's
net
bottom
worth
tower
behind
is
a
under
hero with a
attack.
Midas and Devour.
Yeah.
You know you're doing well.
And he found an Arcane Rune too,
Radiant's
with
bottom
Midas and
tower
Devour.
has fallen. Dire are
That's always
scanning.
nice.
Gold.
Money. Oh yeah, want to kill a Doom. If this roll connects, there's a good chance we'll die. And
it's
nice. Spot on.
Geomagnetic Grip.
Finger.
They've got the finger. They'll have the Hex with the Magnetize. And
Doesn't even finger him.
that's a free stack right there.
Radiant's bottom
But it's also a
tower
long
is
cooldown.
under
Like we're
attack.
always like on the, like we're always discussing, right? Is
Yeah.
it worth fingering this guy? Is it not? If you don't use the finger now for like another 2 minutes, it's definitely worth it. See if they can use it or not. So Lash just finished his travels. Lina finished her, his Yules. Lina just finished her travels. 2k gold ahead of the Lash rack.
It's a lot of gold.
Yeah. And they're both very squishy heroes, right? Like
Yes.
if one gets on top of the other, you could just vaporize.
Glass Cannon for Lina. Glass Disco Ball for the Lashrak.
Yep. And both lineups have very good heroes to get on top of the other.
Double damage for the Lina.
That hurts.
Yeah,
Double as much.
almost triple. But the ping through mid now, they're not going to go. There's no way they can. Spectre starting to recover.
Yep, Blade Mail is online. That means once she is on top of the Lash, he will be screaming in pain.
And they've smoked up on Vici. Old 11, PYW, Ori all here. Yang,
Blink.
he might be dead. Geomagnetic Grip, that was really well played. Vacuum into the wall, that's on the 2. Now they're going to come over and try and make something happen. Old 11 throws the Doom, but does he have enough health? Double damage popped through by Ori. They've got the roll as well as the finger that gets the kill to Old 11. They'll use the haunt, they'll go after the Lion, they've got the cogs, and they'll get the kill. So it's a 1-for-1, but you ended up losing your Doom. FY moving in, PYW getting low.
Double damage
doing a
Lina,
lot of
though.
damage, and yeah, the double damage Lina is going to be
Oh,
up.
a big sleep!
Big sleep with the Laguna Blade coming out of the Earth Splitter. They get the kill to Eurus as well. Son as they look over at Yang. Triple kill for Ori, who is just dominating right now, and they'll get the kill onto Yang. Poyoyo gets that double for him, triple for, I believe, Ori, and a full team wipe, which is massive.
And it was really as bad of a start as it could have been for VG. They get unsmoked, super good silence on 2 heroes. The Doom doesn't find initiation at all.
Vacuum
but again,
wall.
you get the Doom on the lifestealer. He didn't hit a single hero a single time this fight. He was so scared the entire time, just to then get slapped up by the Elder Titan.
So yeah, here's where it's starting to go bad. Vacuum wall. Lina in the right position, I think. Just over to the side, not getting too involved, doesn't want to get it caught. I thought they might just take this Lion and leave, but Elephant, they kept pressuring.
Yeah, look at the damage Leshrac also takes from the Blade Mill as Spectre activated. Like, he's getting so low,
And then the sweep.
and just as the Doom is about to run out, he gets slapped. Laguna, gone.
Yeah. And then they catch Yang as well with that Yules.
Yeah, like, Doom is a very deceptive hero where, like, you can counter him in lane with certain heroes, but Doom is still Doom. Like, once you're doomed, you're doomed, basically.
Regeneration.
Yeah, you are doomed. Oh, Spectre almost died into neutrals here. Be very careful. It wasn't like 50 health.
Oh god.
Don't want to have that happen here.
So 4K lead for VG.
Yeah. And really, if you're Elephant, you want to be ahead at this stage of the game.
yeah.
Like, if you're behind against Spectre Doom, it's rough. Very, very rough. Once this BKB finishes on Lina, and the BKB finishes on Doom, they don't really have any BKB piercing damage at all. Lifestealer itemized into Maelstrom, so BKB is going to take care of that as well. It's a very tough game now for Elephant, sorry.
Yeah. And again, it came down right now, at least, to execution, and that's just not what they're giving at the moment.
Yeah. This Clockwork is also making hook shot.
Hook shot through on a Red Panda. They've got the battery assault. He'll get the Hex off. Old 11 coming over. Blinks and avoids the Earth Spike.
He wanted to doom that guy. Held off on it.
I think wisely so.
He knows. Prime target still the Lifestealer. And they still didn't have Haunt. It's just this one of the most broken combos in Dota. Haunt plus Doom. Like, you just Doom a guy, you Haunt on top, and suddenly everybody just wants to run away. Like, you want to help the Doom guy, but at the same time Haunt comes in, like, what do you do?
Right.
It feels very bad to be in that position. It has been one of the most potent combos since forever. And it's just gonna get scarier the stronger Spectre gets.
Yeah, and you had an opportunity where Spectre had 3.5K at 10 minutes, and now has jumped 5K in 8 minutes, ahead of all the cores on Elephant.
Yep. Courtesy also to the chip vest, providing some very pristine health region. Good roll in.
Yeah,
PYW
in
gone.
trouble.
Is under attack.
Oh, can he hook shot out?
Yeah, he's so tanky, and that's just a +4. Honestly, you could say space created because they want to wait and farm the BKBs. Lina now completed hers,
Right.
thanks to that little space given. They're smoking at mid lane. Look at the mid tower. They do still have a glyph on Dire though, and they have Blink Doom as well.
Need to be very careful about taking this tower. It's not that easy.
They're really scared on Elephant, and rightfully so. Like, it's very tough to fight into this Dire lineup right now. Spectre, 600 gold off Manta style. Once that's up, Lifestealer is pretty much a free kill. And once Skadi is up, if he goes for that, then Lifestealer just can't fight the Spectre anymore. But of course, Desolate goes through BKB, / Rage, and just too much damage.
Man, I just don't know what's going to happen for Elephant. I see answers, but they're not soon. Like, it's just, you know, a lot of, I think, their answers too fall on execution. And they don't have it at the moment.
Yeah. Also, not a big fan of this Lifestealer item build. He's going Halberd, which just doesn't really help you scale a whole lot.
Right.
Like, you're already behind. just gonna fall more behind with this kind of item build.
Radiant are scanning.
More fuel for my
I wonder
fire.
why he didn't just go armed at death for this game. Really just good right-click damage, because they don't have any right-click damage on any other hero. He's like doubling down on this magic kind of survivability build. Not a fan. Spectre doesn't care about being disarmed.
No.
You run in and deal damage with
Pop
your
blade
passive.
mail,
And blade mail,
passive.
yeah. Lina cares a little bit about being disarmed, but are you ever gonna get in range to disarm her?
Not likely, especially with the way Ori's been positioning.
Oh, this is very scary now. Double BKB timing, Manta style timing, everything comes online at the same time. If Elephant Tech finds they do.
Hook shot in, hits again. They've got the Hex. There's the Haunt. They're looking over at the Leshrac. They use the finger, but again, their focus is onto the Clockwork. PYW is so tanky. They move in, they get the Doom out of Yang, they kill off FY. They're going to continue to chase, trying to get the kill into the Darks here, but Old 11, he's in a little bit too deep. Might need to run. He does have the War Stomp in a second, but the Force Staff's out. LSA lands onto Eurus. They've got the sweep. They're looking for the Earth Splitter. This is problems here, but the two-man stun lands on the Spectre as well as the Elder Flame. They've got the vacuum on the 3. They hit the Hex. The Geomagnetic Grip silences everybody. They take out DY. Down goes Boyoyo. Old 11 just blinks away, but the roll, it's in time. FY's there. FY will clean him up, and it's 4 dead on Vici. Again, that looked like it could have been a good fight for Vici, and it falls apart for them.
Yeah, Earth Spirit he really hard carried that fight, and also the initiation was very weird. Like they used both BKBs. They don't really have a clear lockdown on any target. The fight was really scrambling. You can see it here again. Look at the BKBs pop. It just doesn't really feel impactful at all.
Look at where
Dire's
Old
middle
11
tower has
goes
fallen.
with this Doom, too. Look, wait.
He goes like way past everyone.
And the BKB's done for Ori, and then Old 11, look at where he is when a BKB runs out.
Yeah, it was a very, very bad initiation again for VG. Even the last fight had a bad initiation. Should have still ended up winning that one, but this time around, they paid a price.
Yeah.
And that was just off the back of 3 massive item timings.
And then they fizzle.
Yeah, I thought they would crush this fight no matter what happens. But they didn't get a good Doom off. They didn't get anyone disabled for the Spectre to hit him.
And instead you get nothing.
Yeah. Down to 2k lead, which is still very strong for VG. It's just they've got to be careful how to take these fights.
Yeah.
Like a couple more of these botched fights and suddenly...
Roll in, they'll find the Clockwork.
Again.
And you know, we were saying it was space, we were saying he's tanky, but now you're losing a second support. It is not feeling as good as it did before when you were making space and Spectre was recovering. Now
There's a fine line between space and
Dire's
feed.
top
Yeah.
tower is under attack.
for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Are they willing to trade towers here on Elephant is the question. Or do they want to defend? Okay, Earth Spirit is TPing bottom. And Doom TP top. This looks so weird. Oh, big
War
stomp!
stomp. All right. Doom BKB. He's chasing.
target, though.
And the leaders also pop the BKB over bottom. Will at least get the kill onto the Leshrac. Somnus goes down. Has the help from Poyoyo. No way to stop the TP. They get the kill on Ori, though. And that's a big, big, big spree
How did
for Yang.
Ori die? I guess his
Radiant's
TP was on
bottom
cooldown.
tower is under attack.
Just not getting out in that situation.
I thought he doomed the wrong person, to be honest. If he dooms the lifesteal, there's a very high chance to get both cores.
Yeah, I guess maybe wasn't sure if he'd get the help.
Potentially, but even if you only get the lifesteal, it would still be worth it. And losing the Lina really hurts. He had an 8-0 spree.
Radiant's top tower
You see it
is
here
under
again.
attack.
He dooms the Lash, which also gives the lifestealer a chance to infest the Lash. If this Pulse Nova is not online, or rather activated, the Leshrac will live.
Because, you know, you have the Haunt and the Blade Mail to go after him,
Exactly.
right?
Like, if that's not activated, he will live. It's a very risky Doom. Still works out in the end, but they lose the Lina for it, which is really not something they wanted. And Yang is absolutely massive. 13.4k net worth.
Yeah, he really is. And it's just back and forth where now Vici, the game is even. And they had about a 6,000 net worth lead.
Yeah. But the longer this game goes, as I said, the more I'm favoring VG, I think. Once you get like into his late game with the double Doom, Doom Haunt is just never gonna fall off. Like it's not something that doesn't scale. It always will scale. And more than likely than not, the target you Doom will die. And Lesh did not itemize into a BKB, he's going for that next, but it's still 3k gold away. Spectre is closing in on the Skadi. Once that's up, even a BKB won't help you.
Line going for Shard. Already has 4 staff.
Ori going MKB against Lifesteal's evasion talent, as well as...
And that's when
Hellbent.
Lena's really going to start hitting hard.
I mean, she will hit fast and deal damage, yeah, but once you get for the data list, that's when all the red numbers come. Yeah, that's my favorite kind of Lena build.
Dire's
And you
top
build into
tower
a
is
Satanic
under
and you
attack.
don't actually lose the 1v1 against Lifestealer. It's a hero that I think is a little bit underappreciated still.
Right.
If you're a good Lena player, which Ori is, like you can always scale very well. Double damage rune right in front of Roshan. You know my thoughts about that. Roshan should be able to take it away from him.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. Well, last season we kind of came up with that idea that you should have your rune
Radiant's
absorbed
bottom tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
in some way or another. Because
Yeah.
I think with an illusion rune it wouldn't make
Radiant's
sense.
bottom tower
You have to be careful, they're running in here. On.
They're going to try and go in. They've got the Haunt. They have the Finger. It's already down onto the Doom. They'll use the vacuum as well as the wall that's going to land onto 2 of these heroes. They look for the sweep, but the BKB pop here. And FY moving in. They get the kill to Old 11. They roll and they land it onto Ori. The Magnetize comes down. PYW with the hook shot, but he's nowhere near his team. So they get the kill to PYW. They've taken out Old 11 as well. 2 heroes down to the side of Vici. The Doom was placed onto the Lifestealer, but that's over. Sleep lands, but nothing more.
I feel like they just never can get a good initiation here on VG.
Yeah.
Old 11 got hexed again before his BKB. He used BKB with like 200 health, and his impact was already gone. Like the last 3-4 team fights, they were all Elephant.
And now they get the Aegis.
Now this Doom. We all know the best counter to Doom is just get Aegis.
Orb of Destruction, Titan Sliver.
Yeah, this game is slowly but surely falling into the grasp of Elephant here. They had a massive lead on VG.
And now it's even.
Now it's even. And even though it was just 5k, with a lineup like that, it should be much more on paper. It's just they can't get any teamfights going ever, which is weird because they got Haunt, they got a lot of Blink Takers, they got Clockwork. Maybe Elephant finally getting into their groove.
Yeah, I mean, the road for Elephant has been a long one, right? They started shaky with signings and, you know, Sylar being a member for a day and all that, and then they started really hitting high notes in the online tournaments. Then they came into Season 1 and fizzled hard compared to standards of what people were expecting or compared to expectations. And now here in Season 2, it looks like they're back, but it looks like they're not. Like, I'm not sure, you know?
It's hard to tell, really. Like the early game looked really sloppy from Elephant, but these last couple of team fights, they looked like a top-class team.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
MKB finished on Lina. And she also got that very scary level 20 talent,
Do it with flair.
giving you more attack speed.
Becoming that machine gun.
Yep. And level 25, you get additional bonus range.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Somnus. Maybe just looking to
Dire's middle
Very close to
tower
his BKB.
is under
take a
attack.
tower.
Once his BKB is online, he will finally feel a little more confident.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Skadi now on Spectre though, which is really a key item against both Lash as well as Lifestealer.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They're gonna go
Dire's
for
bottom
more.
tower is under attack.
Trading
Radiant's
tier
top
2s,
tower is
or at
under
least
attack.
trying to.
Yeah, both teams hitting the
Radiant
T2s.
structures are fortified.
AC picked up for Eurus to clean up those creeps. The tower is theirs, and the tower is theirs quickly. They might be able to react to the top tier 2 take in. And they TP in.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
A little bit slow in the response. If that's a little bit longer.
Almost found him.
I think he had a good idea.
He knew where he thought he was.
He was completely spot on. It's just not long enough.
Money changes swiftly out of balance.
So I think Vici, yeah, they take that tower, but they want to stay away. They want to try and time out this Aegis.
Yeah. I mean, lifesteal with Aegis is still pretty much unkillable. Like, you can doom him once, sure. But then he will just respawn, use your doom for nothing. The Spectre is going... Oh, sorry, Alina is going for Lincoln Sphere. Why is that? I feel like just a right-click build with Satanic would make more sense. Because you really want to have the damage.
Picking up the Daedalus, Satanic.
Yeah. Even Doom has a Lincoln queued up as well. Aegis timer. Still 1 minute left.
Blink War Stop, that comes through. They'll use the Hunt. They'll go to the BKBs immediately. They'll look over at Red Panda and take out the Lion. Now Eurus trying to right-click, but realizing that it's a futile effort.
Red Panda bought back instantly.
They want to go. F-Fly, he's moving in
boy,
with
you have to be
spider
careful here.
legs.
You're gonna try to
Magnetic
roll?
grip, looking for the roll. Actually lands
DY.
out of the Elder Titan. DY caught. Interesting interaction there. And now he's in a little bit too deep.
BKB activated though.
BKB under the tower, inside the cogs. Roll lands out of PYW once again. Now Eurus focusing his attention on the Poyoyo. They'll use that Earth Splitter. They get the kill on the F-Fly, and they look over as Old 11's gone. Old 11, he has buyback. Laguna Blade, they'll take the Aegis. Gem on the deck. Somebody trying to pick it
he
up. That
grabbed
somebody is PYW. And now they've gotten the sweep.
Someone's coming in BKB running uphill. Wow.
And
what?
maybe BKB preemptively to defend the Lifestealer of Eurus.
Defending from what?
I'm not sure, but that was his 9-second BKB.
Yeah, Infest into the Darkseer, running away. No way to catch him. Yeah. Okay. That just happened.
Clockwork, by the way, does have the jetpack. And he comes down right on top of Eurus, throws down the cogs. Sweep doesn't land because they've got the rage. Now the vacuum back. And you have not rocketed your way to Mars, but you've rocketed your way to death, PYW.
I'm wondering if you have enough damage on the side of Elephant. Unless this Darkseer gets a really good vacuum wall and like the Spectre, creates a lot of really strong illusions, I feel like they might be lacking damage. Lifesteal is only hitting for 120 damage per hit. That's pretty lackluster for this stage of the game.
Yeah.
Sure, Feast adds a little bit of damage, but...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So Doom is up in 50. Haunt up in 20, so they're going to be looking for a fight again soon.
They'll have the timings to potentially take a fight near Roche timing, which is still 2 minutes away. Spectre has Scotty now. Like, Scotty, Manta, Blade Mail, almost the BKB.
He's going
like,
to BKB, huh?
Yeah, he's got BKB Butterfly. That's what he's had queued up for a little while, but I wonder if that's what he's going to commit on.
Against Darkseer, BKB does make sense. But just maybe you could get away with like more scaling items instead. But he's going the very safe route, which I understand. You don't want Darkseer to just play around with you. And there's still a lot of damage coming out from Lina anyways. So.
Yeah.
As long as you can frontline for her, she should be able to carry you just nicely.
I still don't know about this Lincoln's, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about this Lincoln's on the Doom. Okay, he finally went into a refresher. Liked it much better.
Could Doom.
You can Doom.
Everybody say hey-o.
Hey, yo. Smoke. Earthspirit is rolling up by himself.
Yeah, rolling up, hook shots there, and
Yes, BKB though, if he wants to use it.
he does, but he never
doesn't
gets
use
it
it.
off. And there was a Haunt used there. Spectre moving in forward. They got the Doom out on the Somnus. They get the kill on the little Shrek.
That's the power of Haunt. You give Doom all this information to play with. He's like, there's the guy dooming him.
Doom.
And there's no counterplay. You could also see it was very well played by Old 11. Like they found the Earthspirit, of course, because he rolled up the hill, but he ignored it completely. Jumps straight on top of Somnus, crushes him. No buyback on him.
Back to a 4K lead. But you can see Elephant, they're posturing near Roche, knowing the timing is soon.
May respawn in 7. Maybe it's an instant spawn.
I never really see instant spawns. I feel like every game I cast is about anywhere between 45 and 2.5 minutes. Yeah.
30
35.
seconds.
Never instant, though.
Never instant.
Never the.
But
right
30
there.
is pretty
It's pretty
short.
light, yeah.
That means the ult won't be online actually. Haunt and Doom are still on cooldown. If this respawns and they scout it right away.
Or Splitter too.
My god, 10 seconds, are they gonna leave the pit or they seem like they're just staying in there. 10, 9.
Problem
Oh, now
is
they're leaving.
they've got the Observer on Dire, so they know.
They know. And up. Now ping, 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 ping. No ping.
Rocket flares.
Hitting Roche is very risky though against Elder Titan, of course.
Yeah.
See if they still want to do it.
PYW.
Kind of. He's.
Ooh, they have the refresher now on Doom.
Oh, damn.
Poyoyo almost level 25. PYW looking for an opportunity to get a hook shot from this angle. Using that ward, looking for vision, staying in a good spot to break a smoke had they come up those stairs.
Yep, and Lina also finished her Lincoln
Dire are
Sphere,
scanning.
so she's more survivable.
Doom's about to have 2 Dooms in 20 seconds.
Yeah, and they couldn't make use of the timing at all.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
This is going to be a very intense fight here. Spectre is not a target for you guys.
Yeah, but they've already shown.
Radiant's bottom
This is a
tower
very tough
is
position here.
under
Linus,
attack.
be careful. Ooh, Linus just getting killed by the Spectre solo pretty much.
Yeah, Spectre moving in, trying to get this kill. They use the hot, great hook shot going in on the right panel. They get the kill, they'll use the Doom onto the Light Stealer. So now, Eurus,
He's getting
he
Scotty.
needs to run. They've got another Doom to use, and they will throw it onto Yang. They'll get the kill on Eurus. They look over at Yang. It's not going to be 2, it's going to be 3. Double kill there for Poyoyo.
No buyback on Lifesteal, no buyback on Lion. Looks like a free Roche. Aegis cheese. And again, you just wait for your double Doom cooldowns again. The game just does not get easier.
No.
Look at this fight here again. It was so easy. Spectre just runs in 1v5 because they know they're not gonna hit her. There's no way
Great
they can
hook
kill her.
shot, too.
Yep, great hook shot. Doom on Lifestealer. Doom on Darkseer might not even have been necessary, but he still throws it out anyway. And it's just such a tough spot. They have no damage on Radiant. They're all just full health on Dire the entire time.
Could they?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
The shard went
Shard's
to...
on Clockwork, but he already has his.
I think they gave it to the Doom.
Yeah, they passed it over to the Doom.
Radiant's middle
Okay.
tower.
Longest
has
stun on
fallen.
the Infernal Blade.
Radiant's
And then it
middle
also
tower
has,
is under attack.
Level death.
Yeah. Is it always or only for level 25? Level of multiple 3 or above 24. So it's a 1.8 second stun if it's a multiplier of 3 or above 24. It's pretty massive.
Yep.
1.8 seconds. It's longer than the old axe, I think.
Jeez.
1.8 is actually insane on a 4-second cooldown too. But you know, if you can get away with the Doom Midas in a game like this, where you're just looking to scale into the mid-late game, it can be very powerful. He's still sitting on top of the net worth, very comfortably.
And he's using this Midas very well, going into the Arcane Blink, which isn't going to take up a slot, so he can continue to use that Midas, continue to use it to get that gold.
Yeah. And now Radiant's just really, really terrified. 16k gold behind against a double Doom. It's almost an impossible spot to come back. But we've seen VG, they botched a couple of engagements. It could happen. It's just the damage output is very lackluster now.
Double Stormcrafter, Flicker,
Well, at least both teams get it.
Trickster Cloak.
Doom would really like a Spell Prism here with that Arcane Blink.
Dooms are off cooldown, basically.
Yeah. He gets the Trickster Cloak on Doom, so potentially sneaky initiations.
They're grouping up, Elephant. Not sure they want to take this, but they're going to try. And goes into the air with the jetpack. PYW Burning up his fuse up there alone, and now joining 2 heroes on the side of Elephant as he uses that hook shot. They're going to go in, hold up, and getting a little bit low. They've got the Eurus footer. They'll have the Doom. That's out of the Yang. They'll get the kill on a Red Panda. That's 2 heroes dead, and now make it 3 with Eurus gone. They buy back on Yang. They'll take out Somnus. Man, a 4-0 in the favor of Vici. Just dooms on dooms on dooms. Doom, doom, doom. I want you in my room. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
There's just absolutely no counterplay to it. Unfortunately, the writing was on the wall for quite a while.
Hook shot again. It is always on point,
yeah.
from PYW, man. I don't think he's missed a hook shot this entire game. They'll get the tier 3. I mean, man, it just looks so good from them. They'll take the bottom set of racks so easily, and they'll go towards the tier 4s. I mean, man, his name may be Old 11, but with the amount of dooms he's throwing, he's singing the Doom song. You could call him Gur. And they will get the win. They will take game 1. Vici. I mean, the execution was just way better, and they salvaged lanes, because that did not look like the start that was gonna turn into this. That's for sure.
Yeah, the lane swap actually quite beneficial to them. Gave Doom a perfect start. Lina had a perfect lane mid lane.
Yeah.
And that's why we love Dota. There's always this dynamic. I crush you in lane, like Lifesteal crushes Doom in lane, but come mid game, suddenly you are the guy that's afraid of me. I Doom you, you're gone. And come mid game,